I'm here with Calvary Day coach Jackie Hamilton.
4 games, and they've changed the schedule of the games.
That game is Thursday at 7. If Beach wins, they will be playing the very next.
Welcome to another edition of Holding Court.
Welcome to the season finale edition of Holding Court. I'm Rich McGowan alongside Don Heath. And Don, where does the time go? It seems like just yesterday we're starting on this crazy thing.
Yeah,
well said. Don, let's talk about last week now. Okay. Groves got a big win over Savannah High. They're still undefeated. More of the same from the Rebels.
Yes, the Rebels looked impressive. They blew a 21-point lead. It didn't look too good then, but they held on. Savannah High did a great job coming back in that game. Really cut it to within 2 with about 3 minutes to go, and looked like they were taking over the ball game, but Groves took it right back and made some plays at the end and pulled away by about 6 or 7.
Pretty full house there at Savannah High?
Big crowd. Yeah. And as always, it was a nice early start. If you're talking about the next day, it was a nice early start. We got started about 10 o'clock, about an hour and a half late there, and we were able to miss 2 deadlines that night, not just one. Hey.
But a couple other games of note. Country Day got itself a nice win the other day against Claxton.
Yeah, big win against Claxton for the Hornets. Claxton was undefeated in region play, and I don't think anybody thought that they were going to be beaten.
On the girls' side, we've had a couple developments. Tuesday night, Bryan County got a big win over Savannah Christian. The Redskins all season have been doing well against the Portals and Claxtons and the lower tier teams in the sub-region, but this was their first win against one of the top 2 teams, Christian and Calvary. They lost to Calvary the night before, last Friday night, but they came back Tuesday and got a nice win over Savannah Christian. That should do wonders for their self-confidence heading into the region tournament next week. And in Region 3 5A, look out for Savannah High, the Blue Jackets. They've won 7 of 10 since the Christmas break. They've won 3 in a row, and they're 8-6 in the region. They've locked up the number 3 seed for the region tournament. April Tate's girls, they're pretty young. There's not a whole lot of. There's only, I think, 1 senior that sees significant playing time. They're rely on their guards who are quick. They can shoot. They can distribute the ball. Savannah High, they're building something over there, and I'll be very interested to see what they can manage in the region playoffs, and if maybe they can steal a game in the state playoffs.
There's a lot of parity in that region.
Absolutely.
So there's no telling what's going to happen in there. Bradwell obviously is the top team. And
yeah, Bradwell's going to win the tournament. I think that's. I feel comfortable in saying that. But the rest of it is
Beach even isn't really guaranteed at number 2.
No, absolutely not. Beach has been beaten. They lost to Groves in overtime. They've lost to Windsor Forest earlier this season. So Beach is not the mighty force that they have been in recent years. And if one of the other teams has a nice solid game, a game they're capable of, really anything can happen in that region tournament. All will be entertaining. On the note of region tournaments, now we've talked about the girls' Region 3 5A tournament. What are you expecting in the boys? It's kind of like the girls where it's Groves and everybody else.
Right, yeah, I don't really see anybody beating Groves, but then everything else is up for grabs. In fact, to tell you the truth, Camden County, which is the 8th seed, is playing on their home court. And they've added some football players to their team, so apparently they're much tougher now.
I don't think you're allowed to tackle, though. I mean,
have you ever seen Camden's football team?
That's right.
That's how good they are. They just beat Savannah High by 12 points the other night.
Well,
so home court and a couple football players. Whatever. I'm not sure what can happen with that, but. Groves appears to be the best team in that region tournament.
I'll be in Metter for the single A tournament. What do you expect out of that? Is it going to be Claxton? Is it going to be somebody from the other half of the sub-region? What do you see from the boys tournament there?
Well, Claxton, again, appears to be the cream of the crop. I think they're ranked 5th in the state.
But certainly not invincible, as Country Day showed us.
No, and remember last year we thought that all the talent was on the other side, and Country Day, Calvary, and who else was?
Christian was.
Savannah Christian was in there as well. all came up with big wins. Remember, Metter was
I think, number 2 or
second
something like
in
that.
the state, and
they
got knocked off in the first round.
by Country Day. Yeah, it was a fantastic performance by David Torreya.
That's right.
Who had just a monstrous tournament. It was fantastic. On the girls' side, it should be entertaining. Calvary Day, number 2 in the state, they're obviously going to be looked at as the favorite. But over on the other sub-region, ECI comes in. I believe they may be undefeated. If not, just a small handful of losses. The other sub-region, though, the talent necessarily isn't as deep as it is over here in the East. They don't really have a second-tier team such as Savannah Christian or Bryan County. So it'll be real interesting to see how ECI does should they face Calvary Day in a close game. I'm really looking forward to that, but you can't dismiss Savannah Christian or Bryan County. Solid teams with good players. It'll be an entertaining few days in Metter. I'm looking forward to it. In 2A, though, we've got a little bit of a drama with Benedictine.
2AA, yeah. Benedictine right now, if they can win their game on Friday night, would own the rights to host the region tournament. Here in Savannah, there's some people out on the outlying areas that are protesting this. They have a long drive. And
that's right. Well, the official stance is that some schools within the region are questioning Benedictine's facilities, the size of the gym, the locker rooms, questioning whether or not it's capable of hosting the region tournament. Benedictine doesn't see any merit in those arguments, and it's Benedictine's stance that they just don't want to drive through Savannah. The region is holding a impromptu meeting later on this week, and be sure to check back into the newspaper, and we'll have the latest. We'll let you know exactly how that shakes out. But either way, Don, I think Friday BC is going to be a fantastic atmosphere for the Benedictine McIntosh County game.
It's really a big game for Benedictine. They haven't won. They've only won one basketball title of any note in 44 years.
Wow,
unbelievable! And they're going to state this year for the first time. Number 1 and number 2 in the region go to state for the first time in 33 years.
Wow, so that's fantastic. And you know, at McIntosh County, they're going to be coming in a couple starters short. Knee injury. Another kid has been taken off the team for disciplinary reasons. So it looks like Benedictine's got a real good shot Friday night.
Yes, I believe they do, and it'll be a big time atmosphere.
Absolutely. They seat nearly 1,000 people, and I imagine it's going to be pretty full.
Yeah, they're excited. They know that they can do something special at Benedictine.
Also special has been this season of Holding Court. Don, thanks so much. Appreciate it, and thank you for watching us every week as we ramble on and make fun of each other. We really do appreciate it. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next season.